about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Did a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
So this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. Shedding the tackle, that gives him some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like...
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And he's brought down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow now off the bootleg. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fletcher.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise.
That's caught inside the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season, and the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
They go play action with Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. Gets past one man and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Joe Mixon shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's brought down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Dolphins 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 46, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now they try the right side here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 39, Tua. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Tua going to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And again, it's Tagovailoa dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphins.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Fletcher. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Fletcher. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. Muscle. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
59 mark, check, 59.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Dolphins 10. McPherson the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Tua, a final shot before half. Being chased out left. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Second and 10.
Hey, can. Here we go. My God.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a give to Mixon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
167 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Watch the slant.
Now they run with Mixon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean...
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they can't bring him down. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. A beautiful fake. Through an opening, and there he goes. Pushing his way through. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon,
75 yards.
and the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. McPherson on for the point after.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Dolphins.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Another catch there for Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mixon.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Dancing to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Mixon with it. Oh, what a move. Breaks through the contact. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Tanner Muse there defensively.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's Samuel on the end around. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On, ready?
And they take a knee.
There you go. Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, this from 33. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.